guys, so we're back on some Kaiju number 8. Now I thought I would do this video just to give you guys an insight tactic, a bit of a secret on tackling the Expedition game mode. Now, it's a no-brainer. I've already done a video talking about how this game is, or how this mode works, and again, I am in love with this mode. I thoroughly enjoy it. Low-key, it's such a chill, vibey type of mode. That any given moment where I got some downtime, I will honestly just be like, yep, expedition time. Let's rock and roll. Now, there is a little bit of a strategic play to it, which you guys are witnessing right now. Thankfully, I recorded it this time round. But if you guys are a fan of this mode and you're wondering, damn, how can I, work on my characters, get them leveled up, etc., and all that good stuff? How can I get a lot of gold? This is the move. Essentially, you want to get onto a boss map, because when the boss is available, non-stop kaijus will spawn in. And then, this is kind of like the difficult part. You basically have to be 50-50 with the kaijus coming in. So, you can't be overpowered, you can't be underpowered, right? You kind of have to be on the same power level as they are, so that way you can beat the kaijus, but then the kaijus will push you back and kill you, but then you respawn quick enough to then beat them, and it's kind of like a back and forth. It's basically a stalemate, and the best time that you can do that, as you guys can see, is around the 250. I've done it on the 200 mark, or the 195 mark, of course, but I recorded it when I was on the 245 mark, and essentially we're at a stalemate where I'm pushing them back. Eventually they'll push me, and then it's just going to be a back and forth. And as you guys can see, I've got 700k gold, and I'm just letting it rack up. Now, obviously, the only thing that you really want to do at this point, as it's racking up, is don't put any more levels into your units. You don't really need to do much in the command side of it. I mean, technically speaking, I didn't really think about this, but I could have bought the gold buff, because I kept it locked. I just wasn't thinking straight. At this moment, I was just thinking, right, let me take the opportunity to get a ton of gold leveled up, so that way going forward, I've got a lot of gold coming in, and then we can just kind of get stronger and stronger and stronger. And so that I was basically just prepping ahead of time. Obviously, keep in mind, the longer I'm doing this, it doesn't affect my final rewards. I would have to kind of progress further along in order to reap the benefits and get more rewards. So unfortunately, just kind of being here doesn't really do much in the reward side of it, but it prepares me going forward, and that way I can reach a more further goal. Now, mistakes were made, I will say that, but I just kind of wanted to keep you guys in the loop in terms of how you should tackle this mode, and kind of how to get a lot of gold. And this is basically the tech. This is the strategy play. Again, you can do it on 195. But I've best done it on multiple times on 245. But either or is fine. Either or is fine. So again, I am tapping away, by the way. That's me getting involved too. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen. I am tapping away, but let me go further, because of course I did pre-record this all, of course. So right now I'm seeing the amount of gold that I'm getting, and I'm just like, right, I'm looking at the characters. Originally, my plan was to hit 22 mil, but it was taking forever, and I was just like, I'm going to be here for like hours. This ain't going to work. So instead, let me just progress a little bit further. Where is it? Where are we going? Yeah. Oh, no, that's not it. Because I did aim for the gold. Let's have a look. Okay, boom. Here we go. This will also give you guys a rough idea on what amount of gold you will get if you do put in this much investment in. So a little bit of food for thought for you guys. So I decided to aim for the lowest gold, because of course I'm getting them more quicker, and by going max level 100 on the base security, the reward outcome is 20k. Not the best, but when you're in that stalemate, it actually works out pretty nicely. So every 3 seconds we're getting 20k. So now what I did was I was working towards just kind of working up, going along each. So obviously next up, weapon maintenance, then patrol and whatnot, just to kind of see on what the amount would be, or what the total amount would come to. Because realistically, what you want to do, and what I was trying to achieve, was where's the benchmark for gaining 100k in the span of, let's say, less than 10 seconds. So basically having the first 3, which does accumulate of it being over 100k, but that would mean all 3 of them would have to be level 100. So that was, well, my primary goal right now was just to get to 100k. So, but anyway, yeah, so this is the strat. If you guys want to know the Ichigo and the Social, of course, you can use gold or your currency to buy them. If you're really into this game mode, I highly suggest you buy them. I really do, because essentially the tactic is that you want your close combat characters to take most of the hit. So essentially they're kind of like the defenders. They're up close in the Kaiju's face, and they're actually tanking for your back end units. And that way, when you do level them up, so I've got 4 gunners at the minute, as you guys can see. Yeah, they actually do a lot of damage in terms of clearing up those freaking flying creatures. Those flying kaijus are the worst, because they're the ones that are pushing you back. So those are the ones that are causing a lot of the issues. So again, Social is probably, as of right now, the toughest close combat character you can get straight off the bat. By using the, well, I think it costs you 400 crystals, and as you guys can see, he is just tanking everything, and then obviously the units in the back are just clearing up and taking their shots on. Alright, so I've got 3.5 million gold right now. So I'm still on the same stage, and I decided to level 100 weapon maintenance, and by doing that, as you guys can see, it now gives me 41k. So 60k being given in the span of 5 seconds. Not too bad, not too bad. Also, just be very cautious, because even though I've got this fight in a stalemate, as you guys can see, the amount of kaijus that it comes in like different waves, basically. So it's not the same pattern. So you guys will see a given moment, all these kaijus just come at me at once. It's going to be pretty hectic. Yes, so as you guys can see, I'm at 6 million, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, there we go. So City Patrol, once you invest the 4.8 mil, the outcome is now 83k. So in the span of just 10 seconds, we've got 20, 40, 80k coming our way. And the plan of action was honestly just to keep on gradually building up the remainder levels, of course, and just kind of, you know, cheesing my way to victory. And obviously this is the perfect strat to do so, but I just kind of lost the ball at a certain moment. But hey, this is the strat. It worked perfectly. As you guys can see, we're doing well, we're doing fine. Just be very, very cautious on the characters when you level them up, because again, you don't want to overly, well, you don't want to beat the kaijus, and at the same time, you don't want the kaijus to beat you. So I would say kind of have the buffs at the ready. That's going to be your trump card. So I was prepared to make my move here, but I was like, you know what, let me get a little bit more greedy, and then this is where the greediness kind of was my downfall. So my units are dying, the kaijus are kind of building up. It's those freaking flying ones that are the biggest issues, and they pretty much just push me back again. Yeah, look at them. Those flying ones are the biggest problem. Oh my god, yeah. So, yeah, and as you guys can see, they're all now bundling up, and I don't know why, but I was really hoping for my gunners just to do that a little bit more damage, and I was banking on Social right here just to kind of tank. I'm so stupid. I hate watching. I hate this. I hate this. I'm such a donor. What was I thinking? I had everything. Come on. But hey, look. At the end of the day, this strat works, and you can build up to a ridiculous amount of gold. Just don't be stupid like me and make those investments. So right there, as you guys can see, yeah, only the kaiju only needs to swipe it once, and then it's a GG. So. But on the other hand, as you guys can see, the rank does go up for my characters, so it kind of worked out quite nicely.